Lenny. Today I'm going to be doing my March wrap-up. I read a total of 4 books this month, but then I also did some other stuff that I'm going to be talking about. But this isn't any like mind-boggling things like finding the cure to cancer. They're just some random things that I also did. I'm not going to be really going into depth about my opinions of these books in this video. If you want to go check out my thoughts of the books that I read this month, the link description video thing is here or in the pants. The first book that I read was Miss Perkins' Home for Peculiar Children by Ransom Riggs. I rated this to like a high 3 to a low 3-star rating. It's about pretty much the main character. He has some family drama going on, and then so he goes to the island that his grandparent had actually gone to go visit this weird foster home, and then he finds some peculiar children there. The second book that I read was Ready Player One by Ernest Cline, and I love this book, and I'm gonna rate it like a 4.5 to a 4.8 rating. The book is set in the future, and the actual world that these characters live in is pretty much in ruins. So everyone on the planet pretty much just spends all of their time in the Oasis, which is a virtual reality. And then the creator of the Oasis has recently died. And then so in his death, he made a giant Easter egg hunt in his video game. And if you find all 3 keys or Easter eggs, then you get to win like $1 billion. I stopped filming, then I took a nap, and now I just woke up, and now I'm like groggy. The next book that I read was Rebel of the Sands by Alan Hamilton, and I rated this like a low 4 stars. It's set in this desert a long time ago. But first we have this main character who's really good with guns. Like if she shoots something, she's like guaranteed to get it. And then uncle wants to get her in an arranged marriage, so then she's trying to leave her uncle in her small town home, Alabama. And then the last book I read was for school, and I had to read a classic, so I read The Scarlet Pimpernel by whoever the author is. This is set in the French Revolution, and it revolves around the Scarlet Pimpernel, which is pretty much some English guy who is saving all the French aristocrats from the French Revolution. Because during that time in France, they were killing all the aristocrats because a lot of the peasants and townspeople were coming to power. I was kind of let down by this book because I felt like it was false advertising, because my librarian said that it was supposed to be about like a Robin Hood character, but no, it's about some woman who's trying to figure out who the Scarlet Pimpernel is. That was not action-y and adventure-y and not fun. But also it wasn't bad, but I'd probably rate it like a 3 stars. And the book that I'm reading right now is going to be Name of the Wind by Patrick Rothfuss, and I have no idea when I'm going to finish this because it's just huge. And like I said in my review video, I'm hoping in my wrap-ups I'll start talking about other things that I did the month other than books, so here are some other things. The first movie that I watched in March was Zootopia, and I honestly really loved that movie. I think it deserves that 95%. I really like the underlying tone of racism, but then I also really liked all the funny jokes, and I thought the characters were just super cute. And then the next movie that I watched was actually Star Wars Episode 4, because my friend has been bugging me about not watching a lot of old movies. I think maybe because I've seen bits and pieces of this movie so much over the years that I kind of expected what was going to happen. So it was like a 70 rating to me. Like it wasn't anything like magical and huge. I mean, I know that at the time that was probably magical and huge, but for someone who's known about this movie for forever, it was eh. Then I watched Superman vs. Batman, and that did not deserve a 40% rating. I think it deserved a solid 70. I'm excited for this DC world, and I'm glad that they're not trying to be but like Marvel. DC is trying to make it a more serious tone, and I think the director is really good at that, but I have to admit, that was the worst storytelling that I had ever seen. It felt like the director had just gotten tons of clips from 3 points of views and just mushed them together in a movie. And then the TV shows that I'm watching is Once Upon a Time, because that actually came back on. What I don't like about this Hercules arc is the actors of Hercules and Megan. I don't know much about the actual myth, but if they're going off the Disney movie, which they are because freaking Hades has blue hair, then Hercules and Megan are nothing like what they are in the movie. Like Hercules is not supposed to be some 16-year-old scrawny tall guy, and Megan is not supposed to be some scared weak girl. She's supposed to be like super sarcastic and snarky and be able to stand up to Hades himself. But no, in this TV show, she's like super, oh my gosh, what's happening? I don't know why, just save me, Hercules. No. Just no. And then another show that I've been watching since like February has been The Magicians on Sci-Fi. It's a new show, and this is the first season, but it's not that popular, but I think it should be more popular because it's actually so good. Like, it is literally Harry Potter for adults. But what I mean, it's for adults. It's like, there are some scenes that I'm just like, this wasn't necessary. You didn't have to put this in the show. What sucks is the show after this show, it has the worst entrances. Like, sometimes I'll just finish Magicians and I'll just be mind blown because it's The Magicians. But then some freaking shower scene will pop up and I'm like, gotta go, bye. But I think that's all I did in March. So thank you so much for watching. Bye!